Brett, what was the message to the team in the locker room?
Great season. Not one thing to, you can be disappointed in the day, but you win 29 games, a Big Ten championship, you're in the Elite Eight. Today was not our day. Nobody expected that today. But they were phenomenal. I thought that we were in a good place at half, getting off to a slow start. We didn't shoot the ball well. I liked our looks. I felt great about them. But, what a great season. Hold your head high. This will be one that, they had a lot of fun. We didn't have bad days. They were a joy to be around. And like I said, I'm the most blessed person on the planet that I got to coach Ekman.
How emotional were things in the locker room?
Very, very. And I'm a very emotional coach, and the players get that way. And when you care about people, and it doesn't end the way you want it to, it's very, very emotional. And I'm the worst. And I love each and every one of them. They're all going to be successful. We just weren't today.
Neither team was great on offense in the first half. In the second half, what did you see in that opening? I mean, it seemed like you were trying to. Well,
we got good looks and didn't make them, and you got to score with them, and then they got out in transition, it was Donovan was the difference. You felt great at half. They won 3 and we're guarding, and we couldn't get Terrence get him going, but again, give them credit.
Brett, how is Donovan just that much of a unique presence that you've seen all year? You guys were 2 of 10 on layups in the first half.
Well, he's so athletic. Zach's bigger, but he's just got a completely different level of athleticism that you don't see. And that's why they all like him at the next level. They're very good. And like I said, I didn't mind the shots we were getting. You just have to make them. And I don't know, tired, whatever the reason, I don't know. But, and some of those cuts and some of those plays are plays that we've been able to do against others. We just couldn't against him.
The way Terrence had been rolling through this postseason, we were surprised all that he wasn't able to get going. I mean, I know he's kind of a bowling ball towards the basket, but Cleveland changed a little bit of that.
Sure. That's what a great player does, and he didn't have his best day, again, that makes their perimeter defense a little better when he's back there. So wasn't his best day, but what a great season, one for the history books at Illinois.
But how do you describe Coleman's value to this program?
Elite, special. He's right there with Trent and Io and so many others. But he's a guy that's been with us 4 years. He's grown. He's shown what he can do in the basketball court. Especially here this season. Not just as a basketball player, but as a person and great young man.
What can the young guys take away from this to propel and hold the standard?
Yeah, that's the lesson learned is one, how the abruptness of the end hits you and how emotional that locker room is when you don't, but how good a feeling it is to get so close and to win so many games and win a championship. And we talk about winning a lot, and we won a lot. Today we didn't, but we won a lot, and I think all those guys have grown, and I'm their biggest fans.
Am I wrong to assume that the talk this spring and going into the summer will be 3 wins short of the goal? Is that
Sure.
part of the talking points?
Sure. We're not talking about anything else in this program. To be honest, it trumps winning a Big Ten championship. I mean, you can come to this program to not win it, and you got a little sniff, and we've had some really good teams, and we got to just keep getting back. And I said it last year when we lost in the first round. You just got to keep getting back, and it's what makes this special. And that's recruiting in the portal.
Brett, how will you attack the portal here starting tomorrow, I would assume? Or even
Starting
tonight?
tomorrow. You got us like a week behind. 10 days behind. It's the most absurd thing in the history of sport, by the way, is what we're doing in the portal while we're playing basketball. This is ridiculous. I've got one coach scouting and two just living in the portal. I'm making recruiting calls up and down this hallway yesterday as we're preparing for an Elite Eight game, and maybe that's my fault. But no, it's reality. We'll tackle it. We'll figure out what we need, and it's been great to us. You know, the University of Illinois has benefited from the portal as much as any team in the country, and we've got a lot to offer and top offense to recruit to, and we'll get after it. I think we've got one or two maybe live days, and then we go dead, which is not so good. But yeah, we'll get after it.
Brad, do you anticipate? I mean, do you think you and assuming you're not the only coach frustrated by the portal timeline here, do you anticipate a push for a change in that?
Well, if anybody has any sense, they will. This is the greatest event we have, and we're doing something to take away from that. It's absurd.
Is part of that retaining your own players going into the offseason?
I imagine it probably is. Yeah.
How much more difficult does that make your job in general, but especially this time of year?
I just don't know why we're doing it now. I know, I get it. 95% of the country's done.
But I feel like you're
it's
being punished for your success.
Well, it's the greatest event we have. We should relish these opportunities to capitalize on what a great event we have. And but I don't want to get too much involved in that, as I already have. But it's the portal, and the timing stinks.
How does getting here help you in that, Brent?
Sure, I hope so. I hope everybody wants to be a part of what winning is and what our offense is and what we've done and the success we've had over the last 5 years. We've been as good as anybody in the country, and so yeah, I think we've got a lot to offer and great facilities and great fans.
Brad, you said you always planned to get here, but being here, how did it feel? What was it like for you, for the program?
Best ever. It's the best feeling ever. It's the best feeling ever. I mean, we had a great crowd that traveled forever to get here, and we've got the best fans, and we've got great facilities, great administrative support. It always makes me feel good when I look around, and it's not just coaches and players in tears. We got administrators, we've got support people that are so invested in this. And when you get that kind of investment, getting here is a blast, and we had fun. Today was not it, but man, everybody got a little feel of that, and that's so special.
Brad, you said you love coaching this team so much. Did you learn anything from them as
Oh,
coach?
ton.
What was that?
I learn every year. It was to join in and have fun with them. They made me a kid again. They embarrassed me in front of the whole world, making me take my shirt off and show my dad bod. But you got to enjoy the moment. Coaching's really hard. It's helping young people grow. But this group never had a bad day. This group never had anything but joy, and that's something that not just in basketball, this whole world can use a little love. But I enjoyed this group a lot.
Yeah, a lot of guys were talking, Ty Rogers especially emotional, talking about this is the last time we're going to be together as a team. For you as a coach, do you get that feeling? Does it make you emotional as well?
Oh, I've been in tears. I dread last days. The last game feeling is awful, and one that you truly enjoy in terms of the team, when you enjoy them for who they are and not the basketball, not the wins and losses. I call it the abruptness of the end. It hits, and that group will never be together. And I hope truly when they're brought back to Illinois in 10 years, 20 years, whatever, they remember how much fun they had. They'll have long-lasting relationships. They'll remember a crazy old man that they brought along and did, super soaker squirt guns with, or whatever they're called, and hoisting trophies and cutting down nets, and it's hard not to get emotional when you've got a group like that.
Safe to say Marcus Damask exceeded all expectations you had for him when he walked on campus.
And more than that, yes. He's been nothing but an unbelievable player and an unbelievable human being with an unbelievable work ethic, and bought into the University of Illinois, bought into our program. Just couldn't have been any better. could not have. There's not enough adjectives or superlatives to talk about Marcus Damask.
I'm sure you touched on this, but Terrence Shannon, just an off night for him?
Tough time. Give them credit. We were, somebody said 0 for 19 challenging Donovan. That allows your perimeter guys to get pretty good and pretty aggressive. But tough night. Great season. One for the record books at our place.
What was his impact on your program, Brett?
Huge. You're talking about an all-league, all-American, great player, great, unbelievable competitor. A guy that competed at the highest level in anything from Uno to going against the scout team, and that transcends to every other person on that team. That they see that competitiveness. But yeah, great player, got better, worked, wasn't afraid of it, and my hat's off to him.
How were you ever worried about the distractions, the noise of the situation hurting you guys from getting where you could go, and how did you make sure that it didn't?
We talked about it early, and then we played basketball, and all of that stuff was. This group was mature. They were so connected. We didn't have little cliques. We didn't have any other things going on. We just coached and then played, and it became about the next opponent and the next practice and getting better that way. Thanks, guys.